Imagine your emails basically writing themselves. Or how about generating professional-looking videos in just a few minutes? Well, that's not sci-fi anymore. By 2026, getting a handle on the AI landscape isn't just a nice little advantage, it's an absolute necessity. So let's dive in and see what that really means for you. And that brings up the big question we've got to tackle right out of the gate. In this new world, are these AI tools just, a nice to have? Something you can just ignore if you want? The answer is a huge, resounding no. AI tools have rocketed from the experimental fringe right to the very core of how we work and create. Being good with AI, that's the new baseline, folks. So how do you stay ahead of the curve? Well, it's not about trying to memorize a list of 100 different apps. Nope. It's about really understanding the three massive trends that are shaping the whole industry. If you can grasp these, you'll see exactly where all of this is going. Okay, let's get into it. The entire 2026 AI tool belt is really built on three main pillars. First, there's multimodal AI. That's where AI understands a lot more than just text. Second, we've got agentic AI, where these tools actually start doing things for you. And third, the absolute explosion of open source AI, which is putting a ton of power right back into our hands. Let's kick things off with our first big trend, multimodal AI. This is a game changer. We're moving from an AI that just writes to one that can see, hear, and create using text, images, and video, all at the same time. So what does that actually mean? Well, at its core, it means the AI is no longer stuck in one lane. You can give it a text prompt, throw in an image, maybe a video clip, and it gets the context between all of them to create something totally new. It's starting to think in multiple dimensions, kind of like we do. And the impact here is, it's just massive. It's completely changing how we create stuff, how we design things, how we communicate our ideas. Seriously, the gap between a simple thought in your head and a finished video on your screen is just shrinking to almost nothing. And here is where it gets really practical. On the image side of things, you've got tools like Midjourney 7.0, which is just the king of creating these beautiful, artistic images from just a few words, perfect for concept art. And then for video, you have Runway Gen 4.5. A total leader in turning simple text into cinematic B-roll in minutes. It's wild. Okay, moving on to our second trend, agentic AI. This is where AI stops being just a passive tool that you give commands to and starts becoming an active, automated teammate that gets things done for you. The magic word here is autonomously. You're not just asking a question anymore. You're giving the AI a high-level goal, like, hey, plan my business trip to Tokyo. And then it goes and finds the flights, books the hotel, and even adds meetings to your calendar, all without you having to micromanage every single step. And the crazy thing is, this isn't some far-off fantasy. It's happening right now. Just look at Zapier AI. It's like the digital glue connecting all your different apps, automating things like lead follow-ups. And for developers, GitHub Copilot is like having an AI partner who writes and debugs code alongside you, which just speeds up everything. Which brings us to our third and final trend. And honestly, this might be the most important one. It's the incredible growth of open source AI. This is all about taking the super powerful technology out of the hands of just a few giant companies and putting it into the hands of, well, everyone. So what is open source, really? Put simply, it just means the model's computer code is out there for anyone to see and use. That lets developers tweak it, run it on their own computers, and customize it for exactly what they need. It gives you so much more control and, really importantly, privacy. And this is where you have a really important choice to make. On one hand, you have the big proprietary models. They're super easy to use, really polished. But on the other hand, open source gives you total control, way better privacy because your data stays with you, and you get the power of this huge global community pushing things forward. It's a classic trade-off. And we're seeing this play out with some seriously powerful tools. Flux 2, for example, is an open source image generator that lets you train a model on your company's own unique visual style. And then you've got foundational models like Llama and Mixtral. These are the engines developers are using to build thousands of custom private AI tools, from chatbots to internal research assistants. So let's pull it all together. We've got our three huge trends: multimodal intelligence, agentic automation, and open source control. But you know what? The real magic happens when you see how these three things are starting to blend together. And this quote right here, it just nails it. The future isn't about any one of these things in isolation, it's about how they're all converging. Just imagine an AI agent that's multimodal, so it can make videos and images. It's agentic, so it can run an entire marketing campaign for you. And it's open source, so you can run it on your own servers for total control. That unified system, that's the future. So, as you're looking ahead, here's what to keep an eye on. You're going to see AI agents that feel more like teammates. You'll hear a lot more talk about ethics and responsible AI. And you'll see this constant battle between the open and closed models. But the biggest thing, you'll see all these trends starting to merge into single, incredibly intelligent systems. If there's one thing you take away from all of this, it should be this. The era of just passively watching AI from the sidelines is over. The only way to really understand what it can do, to see its limits, and to stay ahead of the game is to roll up your sleeves and actually start using these tools. So I'll just leave you with this one question. We've seen a landscape, we get the trends, and the tools are easier to access than they have ever been. The only thing left to decide is, how are you going to start experimenting?